press secretary for President Trump, getting into a little bit of a tussle with the press over the last couple of days. Trey Harden, ABC News political analyst. Good morning, Trey.
Good morning, McGraw. How you doing?
We're doing good. So, your thoughts as you watch the rollout of the Trump administration?
Well, I think everything has gone according to plan, have been great, except for this stupid, petty, ridiculous distraction about crowd size. I mean, it sounds like you talk about egomaniac. Oh, mine's bigger than yours, kind of thing. It's just absurd, and we're, I think, spending way too much time on it. But I think that the president has been deliberate. I think he's started to take action that represents what he talked about he said he would do if he got elected, whether you support it or not. The action has been taken. I think having people down to the White House that are important to provide input, as he did yesterday, the business leaders and then even the union leaders who said that they really look forward to working with him, I think you can't argue with that. I think it has nothing to do with partisan politics. It has to do with listening. I think he showed that he's willing to listen. I think he showed that he's going to look for negotiating opportunities and deals, and he's going to wake up each day and approach them like that. So I other than the distraction about crowd size at the inauguration, I give him pretty high marks over the first few days.
So I know it's only the first few days, and we're talking over things that might not mean anything 10 months, 6 days, 5 minutes from now. But the problem with Sean Spicer, people say, is wait a minute, you really can't go up there and start arguing alternative facts, and so it is insignificant crowd size story. But the argument is, if you're going to misstate facts about something that is so plainly obvious, how can we trust you about facts that we don't see?
Well, you're plainly obvious, I think, is still subjective, and I will tell you, and I guess in full disclosure, I mean, I've known Sean Spicer for a very long time. He is a friend, he's a colleague. He knows that I have been very critical of the guy he's working for throughout the campaign and even now. But he also knows that I consider him to be, in this town, one of the guys that has one of the most integrity and is as honorable as they get, and doesn't have a dishonest bone in his body. It is a very difficult job what he is and any former press secretary will tell you that in that position. It was day one for him. He was clearly doing what his boss told him to do. There's no question in my mind that he did not go out there and intentionally and blatantly look someone in the eye and lie to them. I think he was, again, reading the messaging that the president authorized and wanted him to go out there and say. I think yesterday he did a great job in his second briefing, and you just, like many former press secretaries, you're going to see them get better and better each time and have a better relationship each time. No, I don't think it's a situation where he came out and said, okay, well, I'm going to try to get away with a lie here. I think that he was, it's messaging, it's spin. I do think that the size ultimately, in terms of how many people were watching on TV or how many people were watching online, that is subjective. We don't know those things for sure. It's just like on TV with ratings. So, I think it's okay to have a disagreement over that. But I mean, again, I think at the end of the day, there are a lot bigger issues we should be talking about.
I agree. And yesterday, it sounds like everyone got a good night's rest, started over again, and they said, let's try this again. And yesterday's was a much more better first briefing than Saturday's, whatever that was.
Well, they took questions, and there was more of a dialogue, and I think it's good that you want to have a conversation with the media. It shouldn't be, those press briefings are meant to be productive for both sides and to be kind of a conversation, because these people are, Spicer knows those guys well. He's going to be talking to them on a regular basis. So Saturday did not have that situation. I think Saturday was very orchestrated and scripted from the very top down, because I think this circus clown of a president basically is worried about things he shouldn't be worried about, and was more focused on the fact that people were criticizing the size of the crowd compared to Obama's inauguration.
Trey Harden, ABC News political analyst. Enjoy the week. We'll check in with you next Tuesday.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
625, Big 550, KTRS. Can I tell you about Kathy Helbig? Let me tell you.